Hey, sports fans, this is Larry Eater. Each day during the World Championships, we'll provide a preview for you of the 2025 Tokyo World Outdoor Athletics Championships from the National Stadium. We're doing these previews from Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin, and Indianapolis, Indiana, on September 7th, just before the Worlds. I leave on September 9th. This will be my 15th World Championships, and I'm being supported and sponsored by Nike Running. Special thanks to our friends Brett Holtz in sports marketing and Tony Bignell in innovation in Nike Running. I've worked with Nike since 1985. I'm really happy with the new shoes they've got coming out, the Vomero 18, the Vomero Plus. The Pegasus Plus is a perfect running shoe for high schoolers, and I really encourage you to check them out at NikeRunning.com. But please, 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 when you look at Nike running shoes and other running products, go to your local running store. Support the important part of our culture, Nike retail running stores and the specialty running channel. It's very, very important. This is on RunBlogRun at runblogrun.com. This will be my 15th World Championships. And again, thanks to our friends at Nike for getting me to Japan. Talk to you soon. Hey, sports fans, Larry Eater here. This is Conversations with Larry, preview of the 2025 Tokyo World Outdoor Athletics Championships. This is day 8, the 20th of September. It'll be a Saturday. It'll be between 75 and 90 degrees at the National Stadium with 60 to 70,000 screaming fans looking for medals for Japan, but medals for the 198 countries that'll be competing there. Almost 2,000 athletes will be competing in Tokyo. It will be one of the finest, if not the finest, World Outdoor Athletics Championships. And the other thing about it, too, there's a crowd in the Olympic Stadium. In 2021, there was no one there. Stuart Weir told us about it every day. It was kind of sad. There was only about 1,000 people in there because of COVID. I was unable to go. It was the first Olympics I'd missed since since 2000, I believe. Yeah, since 2000. Wasn't able to go to Sydney. I blew my eardrum out the week before. So this is day 8. We're going to have a morning session again, kids. At 7:30, the 20-kilometer race walk. Again, one of the most historical events. This is the women's event, and it's quite popular around the world. The U.S. will not have, I believe they'll have an athlete competing, not a medal contender. The medal contenders will come from Spain, will come from South America, will come from Eastern Europe, where the event is revered. Starting at 9 o'clock, the discus throw qualifying Group A for men. The qualifying Group B for the discus throw will be at, let me just get this right, at 10:35. So, Miklos Alekna, Lithuania. He is Virgilijus Alekna's son. And I remember meeting Virgilijus back in 1995. This man is 6'8". He was a monster. He's still a monster. And he now has the number 2 best throw in his family behind Mikolas. Mikolas went to Cal for 3 years, and I think he's now moved to Oregon for his last year of competition, thanks to NIL, right? That's an interesting financial situation. So the Decathlon will begin at 9:25. The Decathlon, which was first held in 1912 in Stockholm, won back then by Jim Thorpe, who lost his medal because he made about $3 a game playing Pop Warner baseball, I believe, or yeah, semi-pro baseball. He needed to eat, but it was about $3.30 a day. So it's kind of horseshit. But it was a very political thing. It only took them, 80 years to figure it out and fix it. But Jim Thorpe was the first champion. So the men's 100 meters, Kyle Garland, Simon Ehammer. This is going to be a huge competition. And event one starts at 9:25. At 9:50, the men's 20K race walk final will happen. Again, very historic event. We'll have an American there. Um, the top athletes are from Sweden, from Spain, from Italy. And it's going to be very interesting to watch that event. The women's shot put qualifying, um, that is at 10 a.m. Um, let's see. We've got our friends. It's going to be really interesting. Sarah Mitten, um, Jessica Schindler. Um, it's just going to be uh, and a whole cast of great American throwers. And I know, why am I having a total senior moment on the shot put? Uh, I can see her face right now, and I will be bringing her up again shortly. Sorry about that. But the women's qualifying in the shot will begin at 10 a.m. The second event in the decathlon is the men's long jump, which will begin at 10:05. This is a Simon E. Hammer moment, but Kyle Garland is quite good as well. And we will be watching that event unfold. That's at 11:30. The final event of the morning session is at 11:45, the men's shot put in the decathlon, and that's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Simon, Ehammer, Kyle, Garland. It's going to be an incredible, incredible event. The women's shot put qualifying is at 10 a.m. For day 8, the 20th of September, Saturday. Sarah Mitten, Jessica Schindler, and Chase Jackson, the U.S. thrower. Chase is the world leader at 2095. She won the U.S. champs at 2084. Sarah Mitten won the world indoors in Nanjing with a throw of 2048. Jessica Schindler, European indoor champ. I've got to interview her in Appledorn, and she said she had never had really good competitions until this year. She wins the gold at European indoors and the silver in the world indoors. So some incredible throwers, and it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. But I wanted to give Chase the respect she deserves. And Stuart Weir today said that she is the world's most interesting woman shot putter with all of her tattoos. Chase is a wonderful athlete. Great interview. I did a Socialing the Distance, and we'll repost that probably in the next few days. So we're going to the evening session on day 8, so the penultimate day in the World Outdoor Athletics Championships. Again, it's going to be 75 to 90 degrees, be soaked before the evening session. Then it starts to cool down to the nice 80s with 100% humidity. That 32 ounces of water at the very least and an Asahi beer will be wonderful. And the colorful commentary that our friend Jeff Shaver will be texting me and Doug Stedman should keep me laughing during the entire competition. Okay, so evening session will begin on day 8 at 7 p.m. with the heptathlon javelin throw, event 5. So Navi Tiem, Anna Hall, Katrina Johnson Thompson, Talia Brooks. Who's got the lead? Who is competing well? Now, Anna Hall scored a 70-32, the number making her the number 2 uh, competitor, number 2 scorer of all times, equaling Carolina Klüft from Sweden. And I saw Carolina in 2007, in 2004, interviewed her in 2004. Carolina was an incredible athlete, the pride of Sweden. And really interesting. And a shout out to Kaja Bergqvist, who is the national coach in Sweden. Kaja, I got to watch compete. I was fortunate enough to watch her compete and have the European record and the world indoor record for a long, long, long time. So that threw us off a little bit. But so that was event 5 for the heptathlon. The men's event 4 in the decathlon will be at 7:05. That's the high jump. This is where a Simon Ehammer gets some points. Kyle Garland, um, and we'll have to see how the event is building up because there'll be some drama by then, of course. The heats of the 4x4 relay are at 7:35 for men. That's going to be interesting. Who is the U.S. going to put together for their team? Who is the Netherlands going to put together for their team? Great Britain. Who is Germany going to put together? Poland has always got a great team. Italy has a great team. And Canada. Got to respect our friends to the north, right? And we love our Canadian friends. Hey, so we've got that's it's 7:35. At 7:54, the women's shot put final. I think it's Sarah Mitten, Chase Jackson, Jessica Schindler. There will be some surprises. Remember the German Olympics champion. That's gonna I'm gonna totally destroy her name. As Nicola Herbalo said, Larry, don't even try. So, but I will. I'll be talking about her during the competition. The women's heats of the 4x400 meters, that's going to be interesting. Um, well, Sydney McLaughlin will run there after having had the final in the 400 flat. Will Delia Muhammad be in there? Who else will be in the 400? That's going to be really, really interesting. But followed up by that is the car wreck of the night, the men's 4 by 100-meter relay heats. It is always a mess. It is like watching a NASCAR race and waiting for the wreck because the U.S. has a propensity because they don't train that much. They get it around, but sometimes it's like an oh my God, we've seen high school teams do better. So we'll have to see. I hope and pray that that does not happen, but I would be remiss without commenting on it. At 9:05, the women's javelin throw final. Um, if Ms. Kamaguchi is competing, yes, from Japan, Olympic champion. It's going to be very, very interesting. Um, uh, the screams will be every time she throws will be fantastic. Um, the final event of the heptathlon, the is the 800 meters, and that will be at 9:11. By that time, if Nafi Tiem hopes to beat Anna Hall, she better have about a 300 point, about a 200 point difference. Or Katarina Johnson Thompson. I think Anna Hall is the top of her form. And as Jackie Joyner Kersey told me in 2022, Anna Hall is the it girl. She's got it all. And I'd love to see Anna win her first gold. She had a frustrating fifth in the Olympics with some injuries last year. She is healthy. She is fit. She is ready to go. But Nafi Tiem is a formidable athlete, as are, and this is Katarina Johnson Thompson. Anybody who discounts KJT is, yeah, what does Larry say? Smoking El Craco Pipo. Okay. So after that final at 9:11, at 9:29, the women's 5,000-meter final, I think Beatrice Chebet Gudov-Segay, uh, is Josette Andrews going to be in the top six? Is Shelby Houlihan going to be in the top six? That's going to be interesting because it's going to be fast. It could be fast. I suspect, though, with the heat and humidity, you're going to see a dawdling first 2K, and then Beatrice Chebet is going to take it out and run a very fast last 3,000. Natia Badaletti from Italy should be there as well. So that's going to be a very interesting final. Our final two finals of the evening. Um, the men's 400 in the decathlon, that's event 5 of day 1 of the decathlon. That should be a fun event to watch and see how Kyle Garland, see how Simon Ehammer are faring. The final event of the night at 10:22 will be the men's 800 meters, and that should be a race for the ages. Emmanuel Wagnoni has won from the front, the back, the in between, slow, fast. Marco Rupp is a tremendously talented athlete representing Canada. Donovan Brazier is back from injuries and he has been here before. He won in 2019. I was there. It was a brilliant race. From 500 meters out, or from 500 meters at 500 meters, excuse me, from 300 out, Donovan took off and ran like a bat out of hell, straight out of the Meatloaf song. And he broke that time that he set there at the U.S. Champs. The kid right behind him, and I say this with a lot of affection, Cooper Lukenhaus is 16. If he can make the final, anything can happen. Bryce Hoppel, if Bryce can put it together, he could be in there in medal contention. You also have Ben Pattison, who's medaled from the UK. You have Max Bergen, who I think his destiny is to medal in a world championship. And there's 4 or 5 other athletes. This is going to be an incredible final. And that's how day 8 will end at the Tokyo World Outdoor Athletics Championships, the National Stadium. That is going to be September 20th. It's a Saturday. And this is Conversations with Larry preview of day 8. It is sponsored by our friends at Nike. Go to NikeRunning.com, check out the Vomero 18, the Vomero Plus, and the Pegasus Plus. Go to your local running store to do it. This is Larry Eder, Conversations with Larry, for day 8 preview of the Tokyo World Outdoor Athletics Championships. I cannot wait. Can you?